Peru has always been a country that fascinated me. A land of ancient ruins and lost cities, a place that feels as if you're stepping back in time. But what we discovered, that Peru was full of surprises. During our couple of weeks here, we barely scratched the surface and quickly realised that this country has so much more to offer. We started this journey in the city of Cusco, nestled high in the Peruvian Andes. Once the capital of the Inca Empire and filled with archaeological remains, makes it the perfect place to begin any adventure. And what better place to start exploring than at the heart of the city, at the main square, the Plaza de Armas. Today we're just going to be doing a bit of our own walking tour. We're just going to be exploring the city a bit, seeing what we come across before the more activities start in the week. After walking around the main square and checking out the impressive architecture, Kelsey was excited to visit somewhere that was just around the corner.
You don't normally go to museums, but a chocolate museum, count me in. Chocolate tea?
Chocolate tea, yes.
Ooh! It's weird that it tastes like hot chocolate, but it hasn't got the texture of hot chocolate.
Okay guys,
Ooh, that's
tell
quite good.
me, what do you know about chocolate?
I know that it comes
Tastes
from...
good.
Tastes good, yes.
It comes from a cocoa bean?
Exactly, we use cocoa.
One quick tour of the chocolate factory and learning how the chocolate was made, it was time for a tasting session.
Okay, first
whoa.
100% sir.
Oh wow.
100%, without sugar, without milk, the flavor is strong.
It's strange that it's not sweet at all.
Without sugar,
Oh
without
god.
milk.
Oh!
Pure cacao. This one, the dark
It
chocolate.
tastes like a plant. I suppose it is, but that was way better than I expected. The guy gave us like a full-on tour, explained everything. We got to try some liquors, some spreads, some chocolates, and we did get something because it was free. So, you know, the least we could do was buy some chocolates. So we got a bar by chocolate and 2 little milk chocolates.
For now.
For now. Breakfast.
Walking around this city was like stepping back in time. The narrow streets, cobblestones, and the original buildings.
These stones here are the original Inca stones, and you can tell because they're like perfectly shaped into each other. And people say like they wonder how they managed to get them to slot in perfectly together because there's no cement or nothing in between these.
And it's just held up.
Held up. All these years. Amazing. Just so soft. I want one so bad.
Whenever we're in a new place, we like to head to a viewpoint to see the place from above. So that's exactly what we did.
Why do we choose to climb mountains and high altitude places?
I didn't realise it was going to be this steep, to be honest. We've somehow gone from a city tour of Cusco to a hike in the mountains. How has this happened? And you've got an even better view. The next day it was time for us to make the journey to Machu Picchu. Now the proper way to do this is by completing a multi-day hike across the mountains while camping under the stars like the Incas would have. But as it was rainy season, we opted to take the train to a small town of Aguas Calientes before catching the bus. It turns out we made the right choice.
We're waiting in the queue to be able to get on the bus to actually get up to Machu Picchu. Finally we've made it into the site. We are walking out towards Machu Picchu. I am praying with everything I have that we actually get to see it.
We had high expectations for our visit to Machu Picchu and man did it not disappoint.
We made it! And we can see it perfectly. Just a casual landslide in Machu Picchu. Jeez, that made a heck of a noise. It just feels so surreal being here. Like, you see so many pictures and videos of it, and now we're like you, seeing it with our own eyes. It's amazing.
Machu Picchu is also referred to as the lost city of the Incas because when the Spanish conquered in the 16th century, they never actually found this place.
We are officially inside.
And being up on the mountain, surrounded by peaks and clouds, it's easy to see how this place remained hidden for so long. Yeah, you can see like the little houses. It's actually a lot bigger up here than I thought it was going to be. Like, there's way more buildings and it's a lot more spread out than I thought. It leaves me with one question. Why did they decide to build a city up here? It's so high up.
You almost forget to look at the scenery around you as well. Like, these mountains are amazing. So, fun fact, I actually said earlier that everybody has been saying Machu Picchu wrong, and it's actually Machu Picchu. Picchu actually means penis. So the people who call it Machu Picchu are actually saying old penis.
How was your practice?
It's good. I was very nervous at the start, and it's a bit like weird changing the gears and things, but I got used to it and I think I'll be okay now. How do you feel about being my passenger for the first time?
I'm not gonna lie, it was really scary at the start. That's doesn't even drive a car, and now we're in a foreign country driving ATVs on the road.
It should be fine.
When we were planning what to do in Peru, we really wanted to mix things up, and an ATV tour through the Sacred Valley towards some more Inca ruins was the perfect way to do that. I mean, this place is truly amazing.
Got us here successfully. How do you find my driving now after driving with me for a while?
It wasn't that bad, is it?
Not a bad driver.
Morai or these terraces were built by the Inca king Pachacutec in the 15th century, about 1443 approximately. Of the Incans' time, this place was an important area as a farming laboratory or agriculture experimentation center. Example, the Incas in this place had about 20 areas ecologies where they grow more than 250 species of vegetables.
It's very cool. I love that they're in like circles. It kind of reminds me of people say that the UFOs leave like shapes in the ground. Kind of reminds me of that.
It reminds me of Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft probably better than UFOs.
It's clear to see that they were more advanced than we give them credit for. It's amazing to see so many structures from so many years ago. Speaking of amazing, the next day we had another tour booked.
Another early morning, it's currently 4 AM.
So we've come to a place called Rainbow Mountain. It took us 4 hours to get here. We've got a 3-kilometre hike, which should take us about an hour, I think, because we are at such a high altitude. It's actually really hard to walk uphill.
We got this.
With higher altitude comes less oxygen, which makes hiking much more difficult.
Very hard to breathe, isn't it?
It's hard to talk because it's hard to breathe.
Yeah.
But what we were greeted to at the top was most definitely worth it.
We made it! I mean, in all fairness, now that we're up here, it is pretty cool. I didn't think the colours are going to be as bright as they actually are.
Although we didn't get the view for long as the clouds swiftly moved in. We've given up on the clouds moving. This is the view that we've got. We're going to head back down.
But at least we managed to see it.
Hey, and it's only like 9:45 in the morning.
Yeah. We've achieved so much today already.
Clouds are proper rolled in. This is the way we came up from. There's meant to be a mountain there, and the clouds are coming from this way as well. Crazy. Celebratory beer.
It's like a road.
Time to leave Cusco. So far, Peru has lived up to our expectations, but the next stop totally surprised us. You see, 4 hours south of Lima, there's an oasis surrounded by sand dunes up to 200 meters tall, and it's unlike anywhere else we've ever seen.
Okay, that 18-hour bus ride ended up taking us 24 hours in total, I think. But we have arrived in the little town of Huacachina, and we are really excited to be here.
The days here are slow and relaxing as the sand is unbearably hot, but as the day gets on and the sun begins to set,
Got ourselves some sandboards.
the fun begins.
Oh my god! So I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really nervous. Oh my god, this is terrifying! Oh, she's going down his feet.
Sandboarding on the dunes is such a blast, but no one tells you how hard it is to hike up and down them, so we decided to book onto a tour. It's time for sandboarding.
No way.
Arrived at our sunset spot.
And that's done. That was so much fun. It's the #1 thing to do here, and I can see why, because that was amazing.
Our last stop is the capital city of Lima, home to a third of the population, which is around 11 million people, and apparently just as many cats.
I really didn't expect there to be as many cats as there actually is here. So many of them.
Lima runs right along the Pacific coast with this amazing walkway along the cliffs.
I love reading the locks when I come across like a love lock bridge or fence in this case. I feel like I'm like reading people's love stories.
We made it to a lighthouse. I think we're going to start walking the other way. You got a really cool view from up here.
I found Paddington Bear from darkest Peru.
We'd heard about the Bridge of Sighs. Legend has it, if you make a wish
You got your wish?
and walk across it while holding your breath, your wish will come true.
Now I just gotta wait and see, I guess. What a good spot. I think this is gonna be a pretty good sunset.
Watching the sunset over the Pacific was the perfect way to end our time here. Peru is a country high up on our bucket list, solely to visit Machu Picchu. But what we found was a country full of surprises.